Michael got bronchitis. It's not COVID.
Well, I'm like a screen distance away anyway, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm right in his cough
Well,
path.
actually, recent studies have shown that you can catch coronavirus through FaceTime now.
Too bad.
All right, are we recording, sir?
Rolling.
We're back, everyone. Hello. Great to be back. Today, we are doing Esplanade at Highland Ranch, a 55-plus community perched on a hilltop in Clermont. Great location, right in between downtown Clermont, downtown Winter Garden. We're going to get into the HOA, home prices, amenities, FAQs, all of that stuff. We're here with Diana. Hello, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi there.
All right, well, let's dive straight into the map. Justin, sir.
J. Michael, you didn't introduce J. Michael and Nikki.
Sorry, J. Michael. My
And
name's
Nikki.
Julian. We keep getting flack in the comments for not introducing ourselves. Alrighty, so this is, I think this is like, in my mind, one of the coolest parts about this community is just that it's right on the bike path, right in between Winter Garden and Clermont. If you kind of just want to, Diana, just talk about the location a little bit in terms of like, you know, people always want to know closest hospitals and
Shopping,
things
restaurants.
like that.
Sure. Happy to share that. Like you said, it is perched on top of what we call one of the Florida mountains with the spectacular views from up there. So it really is conveniently located. Let's just take Clermont first. So you're within minutes from South Lake Hospital, your shopping, restaurants, grocery stores, easy access to the turnpike. So it's centrally located, yet it's tucked away. When you go there, you go through what's called like Old Florida. So there's massive big oak trees. And so you feel like you're out of the hubbub, which you are, but yet all the amenities are just within minutes and miles away from the community of Esplanade.
Yeah, it is cool driving there because it is tucked right off of everything, but immediately when you start to get close, it's like you do feel kind of remote almost. It's cool.
Well, and Esplanade is a 450 home, 55 plus, that's part of the Canyonlands. Is that what they call it, Diana? And then
Yes.
and then the rest of it is a multi-generational community. So your kids who are going to move to Central Florida to get work and love the place can live blocks from you.
Yes, that's true. So Taylor Morrison is the builder, and so whenever they purchased that land, they purchased additional land for the families, which is the Canyons at Highland Ranch, and then Esplanade is separate from that. So like Nikki said, one side is the family communities, and one side is the usually the grandparents, because they found that families want to stay together, but a lot of young people obviously can't live in a 55 plus community. So this works out great. So there's a separation between each family community. So they're right there. So if the parents need some help, they're there, or vice versa. The kids need help. It's just a very cohesive layout. And one of the nice things about Esplanade too, some people prefer this, is that they have a private pool. So their pool is only for adults. And then if you have children visiting, they go over there to the canyons and enjoy theirs. They have a big pirate ship set up and slides, and it's a whole water park for the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Really dynamic and a unique situation that is really not in any other community that I know of here in the Central Florida area.
So I passed this the other day, and it actually blew my mind. There's a new Publix. Do you know?
Yes.
It's like
I do know about it, and actually, I was going to go over there. So this Publix it's one of their forerunners too. So what it is, it's a 2-story, which we don't have too many 2-story buildings here. But upstairs is like a restaurant, so you can either buy your food downstairs, come upstairs, put it in the microwave or whatever, or they serve food up there too. So it's a nice meeting place. It's a great. It will be like a social avenue. So it just opened this week. I think it opened on Monday. So
Wow.
it's new. And it's just right out. It's, again, within minutes from Esplanade.
Yeah, that whole area is developing. I think it's a mover groover area. It really is.
Oh, definitely is.
I have to
Definitely.
I have to say this. Anytime you see a Publix go up, as a trend, you can expect like 5 years it to be just, tons of other, shopping and Publix for some reason they're good at like
Picking the
foresight. Yeah. But
Exactly.
it absolutely blew my mind because I had no idea it exists, and I went down that road and I looked over and there's a brand new Publix that I just had no idea was even there.
I
so.
think the coolest part, and we all love Clermont. A lot of people know from our other videos that J. Michael and I absolutely love Clermont, but Esplanade is smack in between Winter Garden and Clermont.
Yes.
And so you have the
Yes.
coolness of both those little downtowns. And then and South Lake Hospital and all the hospital doctors' offices and stuff in Clermont is growing as well because Clermont's growing. It's a very cool location.
Definitely. And some of the restaurants that are in Clermont are not in Winter Garden and vice versa. So if you're a foodie, that's a really nice thing that you have both. Both of them have really nice farmers markets, and there's just a ton of activities to do in either community. And like you said, it's like right in the middle of both. So yeah.
And it's smack on the trail, the west. Well, it used to be the West Orange. Now we call it the Coast to Coast. That bike trail goes from Titusville to St. Petersburg, and Esplanade is a downhill ride to it, which means you have to go uphill back home. But it's right on that trail. It's
So I know quite a
phenomenal.
few people from Esplanade that actually ride their bikes to Winter Garden, and then they have a van that picks up everybody's bike and brings them back.
Yeah.
If they're serious cyclists, but a lot of them ride down there and back and continue on through the trail.
That's cool. Well, I've been seeing a lot of lately is the e-bikes. These son of guns will be riding by you just nonchalantly, just passing you while you're working your butt off trying to cycle or, pedal. And they're just like barely trying, but they're going like 15 miles an hour. You just like,
Exactly.
there's some guy in a full Speedo suit and cyclist helmet cranking, and then there's some 65-year-old on like a beach cruiser just passing him with a big
That's
smile on his face. It's hilarious.
How did I say? Exactly.
But that's the beauty of that trail.
Well, that's
You
what
also
I would.
get walkers.
That's what I would be doing.
and-
No, I would be doing the e-bike, and I would be taking the e-bike.
So I'm assuming an
to Winter
e-bike
Garden.
means there's an engine on it?
Yeah, it's an electrical motor.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're fun.
You can pedal it when you want to, and then you just use the gas whenever you want to as well.
Yeah,
Very
they're fun.
cool. Well, let's
Yeah, it's
talk a
very
little bit
cool.
more about the community now.
Yeah. So
Yes, let's do that. So they have another unique thing about that community is that they have a fabulous pool, but they also have a resistance pool. So the water is coming against you. So it's a great place to walk, which is really good on your hips and joints and such.
Oh, I don't want to. I hate to. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We have footage too. We'll pull up. But before we do that, can we talk about prices?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll pull up footage and talk about some of that stuff.
Okay, cool. So as Nikki said, it is a boutique community. It has about 490 homes total. The prices vary. They start in hold on, let me make absolutely sure because I just contacted. So the homes range from 320 to 387. So there are some options in these homes that you can do, and it's per plan. So you can extend some and do and change your home basically. So that would be the base price. Then you have the cost of the land, and it depends whether you're overlooking the water or what the particular home site is, and then your options. So it's one of the few builders where you feel like you have a semi-custom home.
Cool.
Yeah, it's Taylor Morrison, and they're very well-known custom
Yes.
builder.
So what would you say like the absolute starting point is for resale?
Yeah, the starting point on that would be 320 plus your land, depending on which lot you chose.
And what's a good average for land? I mean, just to give people that idea, so it'd be like
Yeah,
40,000.
so land there starts at about $6,000, and then it goes upwards to $70,000 if you're overlooking the lake.
Okay.
Now they're built out. They're on their last phase, So it's a good idea to, if you're interested, to get in now where they still have
Making
some.
a decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. And
Yeah,
is there
get off
resale
the
stuff
fence and-
available?
I beg your pardon?
Has resale come up very often?
Not a whole lot. And part of the reasoning for that is one, people love that community, and the other one is it's so relatively new. So it's not like that they've been there. So most people, younger people, typically buy in a newer community. So they're not moving out for health reasons or such. But on occasion, resales do become available. It's not because they don't like the community. It's because of a family situation or a medical situation that's forcing them to move.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is a smaller community, so don't bank on that. We can obviously keep everybody in tune if there's something that comes on the resale, but yeah.
Right.
Cool. What's the
But even though it's a small community, and I know you said wait for the video, but they have signature events, and it's a pretty active community too. So don't think just because it's small there's nothing to do, because that's not true.
No, that's true, because these communities have plenty to do. Well, let's
They do.
talk about, so sizes of homes, if you have a general sort of, there's no villas, nothing like that. So they just have
No.
single-family homes. We'll talk about prices in HOA, and then we'll get into that video of the amenities so Diana can show off, which I love that resistance pool, but I was thinking, fun noodle and margaritas, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, that's what most people say whenever you're showing them to them. They're picturing it as a lazy river. It's not. No, you're not supposed to be lazy. You're supposed to be resistance on this. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
smallest to largest home. What's the size, and then what's just your general? So that means your price range. We already said that was like $350 without the lot. So let's just say $380 to $600 is kind of a good price.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, and 600 you would really have to build it out to get to that 600 price point, but you definitely can.
Do they have
Yeah.
large houses there?
Yeah, they have
largest
doors up to
floor-
3,200. So, yes, and I mean, they can be changed. So you can change it then into a bedroom, and you can do other things. So yeah, up to 3,200 square feet.
Wow, that's a good sized home.
It's a nice sized home. And one of the nice things about that too is that this community allows fences. So if you want a fenced in yard, or you have a pet that needs a fence, you can do that too. It's a specific aluminum fence, black aluminum, but it serves a great purpose.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's very popular for folks that have their. In fact, that's one of our big questions. We always ask that on these videos, whether they allow fences, because that's a huge one. Another is, and it's in the, sort of the questions that people ask would be whether it's a gas community. And I believe Esplanade does have natural gas. Is that right?
They do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
All right, well, since we skipped ahead to FAQs.
I'm sorry.
Let's just-
Diana probably has a few other ones at the end there.
Well,
but we didn't.
Oh, HOA.
Yes. Now we got to talk about money. So we were going to ask about the HOA and what it covers.
Yeah. So the HOA is $330 a month, and what that covers is they do the it includes all the yard work. So they mow, trim, and they do the weeding as well. It also takes care of the outside water, which is reclaimed water. So that's paid for as well. And then it includes all your club amenities. So it has the gym, the pool, all of that headed up with an activities director.
Very nice.
So it's a nice value, particularly since they're paying the water.
Yep. And I think the location is really king for Esplanade.
Is there any CBD?
And with the great minds thinking alike, because I was just getting ready to say that. So there is not a CDD there, a CDD meaning a community development district, which adds additional monies to your taxes. So they do not have one there.
Cool. Okay.
That's a bonus.
Very nice. Segue into the lazy river.
Let's do it.
Diana, we're going to show you some footage, and you can just sort of talk us through what you see in the amenities that you know. I know you've already touched on them, but is that the new section?
That looks like that looks like the section that they actually just finished. So the section that they have now is whenever you just first come into the community, it's on the right-hand side overlooking the lake.
That's the brilliance of having somebody that knows their stuff, Diana. Right?
Yeah, so what's nice about that, you'll see that these streets are, they're curved too. They're not in a grid. Some communities are just in a grid, but the curved streets, give it a lot of nice appeal to the community. Their landscaping is just impeccably crazy. I mean, they just have done a great job. And part of the reason that they've done that is this community is located close to the turnpike. However, with all the extra vegetation that they put up, it really made a great sound barrier for that community. And then it looks it's just magnificent. It looks, when you first come in, it looks like a resort. I mean, they've put all different kind of palm trees and put in really extensive landscaping in it. So there's your lap lanes. And then to the other side of it, you have the spa and the resistant pool. And they have cabanas out there as well. So these cabanas, they're private with the curtains in it.
There's a resistance pool.
Yes. So this is their lanai where they have lots of events. And then this grill right here that they're showing is you can use that anytime. So if you were to have a party, all you have to do is just reserve it and you're more than welcome to use it. So that stays pretty active. So they have your bocce ball, pickleball, tennis courts.
Is that clay?
I don't know, to tell you the truth on that. It looks like it may be. And they also have more additional space, and they left that space available as green land to determine, once all the residents are there, whether they want another pickleball court, tennis courts, basketball, whatever they want. They allowed, they've left land to develop that.
Cool.
And that's the front entrance to the club.
This particular clubhouse, and especially with the cabanas by the pool and the resistance pool and all that, completely remind me of places I've been in all-inclusive resorts in Mexico. I mean, it just really has a very high-end resort feel.
It does. It's very, very well done, very tasteful. Although elegant, it's a very casual community.
Oh yeah, you got to be casual in Clermont, that's for sure.
That's true. So if you're from the north, forget all those suits. It's part of the gym. And that gym, actually, you have access to it 24 hours a day. You have a key fob, which you can enter anytime at all. The club has regular hours, but the gym is open. They also, by appointment, have a massage therapist on staff. It's very reasonable, too. This is a fabulous workout room. It's part of their movement studio and dance studio. It actually overlooks the pool.
And we say this a lot, but people think, oh my gosh, I don't see a single soul there. But we only take the footage when nobody's around because
Done with intent.
try to anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was fantastic, Diana. We love Esplanade.
Yeah. And what I wanted to share, you briefly mentioned it, Nikki, about Taylor Morrison. They are one of the national builders. They are on the stock market. They have their own mortgage company. So if you're going to do new construction, they can help you with that as well. So Taylor Morrison just has a very, very good reputation, highly recommended.
Very
so
nice.
That was the only thing that I could think to tailgate on our conversation today.
Well, so we end up with, at the end of this, talking about FAQs, or frequently asked questions, and we kind of answered the fence and whether there's natural gas. Diana, do you get a lot of questions from your buyers? Anything that sticks out when they ask about this area or this community?
No, not particular. A lot of the buyers really don't know what part of Florida where they want to live, but after they see the beauty and the rolling hills and reasons why other people have moved here, that typically answers their questions. They find the weather, favorable to them. So no, not not any out of the way questions that you wouldn't ask if you were really moving anywhere else. I mean, they ask about crime, which we don't have an issue with that. Traffic, they ask traffic questions, which at Esplanade you really don't have any either, because like we talk about, it feels almost rural when you're going to there. However, you're not. You're right around everything. So traffic, weather, access to airports, transportation. People ask about that, but we're right here on top of Orlando, or you can go to Tampa or Sanford, so flying in and out of here is easy. Great roads. You have the turnpike entrance. They just put a new one by Publix where J. Michael was talking about earlier, new turnpike entrances, roads, highways, ease of convenience to amenities. It's just all here.
Yeah, I think Central Florida surprises people because they didn't realize, first off, the chain of lakes. I mean, you saw in that map that Justin put up, there's plenty of water. There's lakes everywhere. So you've got kayaking and biking and, the paths and all that stuff. But the hills make it feel different. And then the location, you can get anywhere. And of course, in the center of the state, you're away from the coastal traffic of typical tourism. And then you've got, a little bit of a buffer from hurricanes and that kind of thing. So the living is actually less expensive than coastal areas. So yeah, it's a very cool area. And then of course Diana knows a lot of the area as well as Esplanade. So
beautiful. Well, you guys know the drill. Listen, if you're interested in Esplanade and you want to get an e-bike and go to Winter Garden and have a 5-star meal and a microbrewery beer, and then ride back passing cyclists to your community, visit explore55plus.com. Get connected with Diana. We'll put a link in the description directly to her too. So.
Yep. Thank you, y'all.
Very good. Looking forward to helping everybody and anybody.
Thank you very much, Diana.
Thanks,
You're
You're more
awesome.
than welcome.
Beautiful.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye.